Hey internet friends, welcome back. Today I will be comparing the Haley Cummings case to the Jack and Lilly case. Both of these are very similar, as both of the children on Jack and Lilly and Haley Cummings lived in a trailer. Now the areas are completely different, as Haley Cummings disappeared from her home in Satsuma, Florida, which is an outskirt of Jacksonville, Florida. Now, before we get started on this, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That way you're notified when I post new videos. Stay tuned. So Haley was only 5 years old when she disappeared from her home in Satsuma, Florida one night. The girlfriend, as you see below, and Haley's biological dad, Ronald, and his girlfriend, Misty. Ronald was at work. Misty was supposedly watching the children. Haley had a younger 3-year-old brother that was nonverbal. He wasn't taken, but Haley was. Supposedly, the backstory is Haley and Ronald had been into a lot of pain medication, selling it, and just selling it to people, using it, all this above. Later on in the story, they both get arrested for that substance. So the story is Misty Crosland, her cousins came in and they wanted a firearm, which I don't believe that. But I believe that they were trying to rob Misty while Ronald was gone. Now, Ronald came home from work because Misty had called him, and he freaked out. I have the dispatch audio. This happened in 2009, and he came home, and Misty said that she didn't know who it was that came in the house, but she did. She knew all along. And to this day, 2025, Haley Cummings still hasn't been found. Word is on the street that her body was put inside of a chest or a trunk and thrown in the St. Johns River. Now, they did extensive searching back then in 2009, by foot, by air, everything, to try to find 5-year-old Haley Cummings. And they still have not found her body. Now, within this time period from 2009 to 2025, Ronald has been in and out of jail for a lot of different things like substances and anger, as well as Misty Cummings is still in prison for the substances. So they couldn't find Haley's body, but they were able to arrest Misty because they believed that she did have something to do with Haley's disappearance, and they arrested her 2 cousins as well. Now, if you're not familiar with this case, there is a lot of videos on the internet about it. This case is very close to home, as I did visit the area of where Haley Cummings went missing and donated some food to Haley's mother's side, as her biological mother was camping out on the side of the road in front of Haley's home. So this really hits close to home, and I felt horrible when this happened. Now, I'm just speculating here, but the 2 cases are very much alike in my opinion. The 2 children of Jack and Lilly went missing from their home. We have heard allegedly that there's rugs involved within the home of Jack and Lilly. Now, the RCMP has kept quiet on this, and they haven't really spoken out. It's a little bit different than the United States cases, where they give you a little bit more information to go on. But both homes are located by the river. Both homes are trailers that are blue, in fact. But in Jack and Lily's case, both parents were supposedly home that night. Now, in Haley's case, it was just the stepmom, Misty Cummings, or the girlfriend. So, could it have been that some bad people came over to collect from Jack and Lily's home on Thursday night, May 1st. Could this be the reason why the RCMP want to view all of this trail cam footage? Could a bad person have taken Jack and Lily and put them somewhere by the water or the river, like Haley Cummings? I don't know, but it's very similar. Both cases are very similar in my opinion. Both on the water, trailers, rugs, in my opinion. Now, the layout's a little bit different, the landscaping. Now, you have Florida compared to Nova Scotia, but both are close to the water. I mean, you have river, you have ocean, I believe, is around 25 minutes away from Jack and Lily's home. Now, if you look at the area that I always map out, this area is just curious to me. The river is close, and then in Florida, where Haley went missing, you have the marsh, the river, and then the Atlantic Ocean. And the Atlantic Ocean up there by Nova Scotia. So both cases are similar, like I said. And what do you guys think? Do you think some bad people would have came to the home to collect by speculation and took Jack and Lily? Now, a lot of people don't really do that. Now, in Haley Cummings' case, this was family, supposedly, that took Haley, but they could never find her body. They never found any clues. But I do know one thing. Misty Crosland, that is the stepmother of Haley Cummings, she constantly changed her story. All the time. Changed her story. First, she didn't know somebody broke in the house, took Haley. Then she said her cousins came in and tried to grab a firearm from Ronald. So many different stories. And I know for a fact when stories keep changing, that's exactly what they are. They're stories. It's not the truth. But I want to hear your thoughts below. What do you think happened to Jack and Lily? And where could Jack and Lily be? That's the question. Comment below. Thanks for watching.